right, guys, joining me at this time is one of my favorite guests. We've had her on quite a few times already, the Colombian queen herself, Miss Sabina Mazo. How you doing, Sabina?
I'm pretty good. Enjoying the day.
Yes,
Thanks for the
already in.
having me.
Yeah, no, of course. Thanks for coming back. We are super excited to always do these pre-fight interviews with you. I think it's been now four or five. Pretty much every single. We did a post-fight for your first UFC fight, and then pre-fight for your last two. You've won both the last two, so here we go. Third time's a charm.
Exactly. And
Now we
many more.
exactly many many more. We have Justine Kish this weekend. Tell me, how did that fight come about?
It's a great fight. I think a great matchup. Aggressive fighter, kickboxer. So pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good for this fight. I've been training, and yeah, she has a lot of experience in the business. So let's take that.
Yeah, let's talk about your training real quick. You're over at King's MMA in Southern California. We're in the middle of a pandemic, so obviously the world's kind of a little on edge right now. How has it been for you? Have you been able to train full time?
Yes, 100%. I've been training this whole time. Just at the beginning of everything, like they closed the gym, but we kept up training. And
Yeah.
after that, like everyone had fights, so we're all back in there fighting and training. So yeah, it didn't change too much in that sense.
Now you're over at Anaheim, correct? And Huntington Beach, kind of jump back and forth.
So it's West Hollywood, Huntington Beach, and Anaheim.
Nice, nice. And the one in Anaheim is ran by Benil, correct?
Benio Dariush, yeah.
How long has that been there in Anaheim?
Oh, around 4 years or something. Since I
Nice.
got here, like they were opening, yeah.
And you live close to the area, right? That's probably the closest one to your house.
HB,
Oh, nice, nice. So you're kind of centrally located then.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
Makes it easy. You have a lot of girls in there. Was there anyone that you had kind of emulating Justine Kish?
Yeah, I mean, but there's a girl there. I'm training with Chris Cybers, or yeah, I'm not the only one in there now.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, simulating my training partners, and focus on what to do, against that. And I was focusing on basically more that. But everyone did like some adjustments, as always, like someone has a fight. Of course, you want to help the person and try to do your best as putting in the mind as you were the other person.
Now let's talk about for a second. You brought up Chris Cyborg, the you know Bellator featherweight champion. How has it been for you to learn from somebody who's been such a pioneer in the sport?
Oh, well, I don't have words to describe it, but yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been helping me a lot to evolve. Like you said, just experience. She has a lot of experience, a lot of history, best of the world in the world. I mean, and yeah, it's and besides that, she's a wonderful person. So it's been helping me grow a lot as a fighter.
Yeah, she just recently won her Bellator title, and everything kind of went down for her. She should be fighting here soon. Do you obviously help her train as much as she helps you train?
For sure, for sure. It's an exchange. She's been training there, and we push each other. As me being her training partner, and that's the thing. Even with fight or not fight, we gotta train. We gotta get better. But yeah, eventually, she actually fought a week after my fight last time, and her fight was February, I guess, or weekend after January, of my fight in January. So yeah, we've been kind of in that rhythm of fight. So it's pretty good.
It was the 25th of January is when she fought and won her title.
There you go. I didn't saw that. You got it there.
Yeah,
There
well, I was
you go. It
covering
was
that
the
event.
weekend after.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you went and fought JJ Aldridge the very next week. Tell me, what was it experience being on that McGregor card, having that atmosphere? How was that for you?
Yeah, that was amazing. That was a great experience too, just because the whole event was kind of a big card, a lot of fighters. Um, but the one I fought in August was big as well, so it was not like that shocking. And UFC is very professional. They always have these protocols and they have all these rules, so they make it pretty organized. So that's always something that surprises. It's very, very, very professional.
Now, talk about the professionalism. We're in the middle of a pandemic. Have they discussed anything to you of what's going to be a little different for pre-fight this week? Going through COVID testing and stuff like that.
Yeah, they do have their protocols, and they have, some days they have to stay in quarantine. Others that they have to check your temperature. They do the test. They already have all this. They've been doing it for months now, so they have it like pretty under control.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing a fairly good job keeping everything under wraps, keeping fighters away from each other. So if they are contacting it, they're quarantined on their own little bubbles. So it works
Yeah.
well, actually. It seems like they've been able to do it most successfully than any other professional sport right now.
Yeah, yeah, totally. They already got that rhythm they're making in the lobby as well. So, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, Justin Kish, do you see a finish? Do you see a grinding out a decision in this one? How do you see this one playing out?
Yeah, I see the victory, man. And anywhere, fight starts standing up. So that's a good option. And like I don't know if I mentioned before, I've been training jiu-jitsu a lot as well with Homulo Bahao. So that's also, I feel pretty confident with my game. I feel pretty confident with myself. So um, I just want her to do her best because I'm gonna go there and do it as well.
Yeah, you're known as a phenomenal kickboxer. Tell me, how has it been to, put on the gi and learn jiu-jitsu as well?
Well, I actually started with jujitsu. I started with jujitsu before Muay Thai, and before a little before boxing. So yeah, I love it. It's a martial art that I really enjoy, and I'm learning. But I've been doing a lot of no gi, a lot of that part. So I don't know. I love it. I'm a kickboxer, but not only kickboxer, I'm an MMA fighter. So I basically have to do everything.
No, for sure. Now, how long have you been doing jiu-jitsu? So when was the first time you started, actually?
7 years ago, when I was almost 16,
Oh,
I was
gosh.
turning 16. Yeah,
Wow. So you've been in it for a while. What belt are you?
I'm brown belt.
Oh, already nice. So
Yeah.
getting close to being a black belt as well in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, already a phenomenal Muay Thai practitioner. Is there any other things you'd like to add to your arsenal?
Ah, we train everything. I've been doing a lot of wrestling with Benio Dariush as well, and it's constant, learning in there. So I'm not even. It's just the beginning. So you guys and everyone can see it, all my journey and all my fights. That's the idea, to get better and better and better. And in Muay Thai and Jiu Jitsu and wrestling and the concept of the fight. So yeah.
Yeah, and you're super young, especially, being 23, having all this, I wouldn't say pressure on you, but it almost seems like, people are expecting you to do well, obviously, because of your age and how early you got to the UFC.
Yeah, I'm young, but that's the thing. It's a time where I'm getting a lot of experience.
Yeah, 100% tons of experience. Already 9 pro fights, only being 23 years old. That's a lot.
Yeah, but I want way more.
No, for sure. Constantly staying busy. Now, say everything goes according to plan, Justin Kish. You go in there, you take care of business, you're completely healthy. When would you like to get back in there? As soon as possible?
As soon as they come, as soon as possible. As
Just
soon as
stay
possible. I
ready
want
at this
to
point?
have a little bit more. Yeah, I want to have more fights this year. I want to fight. I want to fight. So if there's short notice, I'm gonna get it.
Yeah, last year you were able to get 2 fights in. This year you already have one. This is going to be your second one. So a couple more fights. You
Why
said
not?
short notice. You're open with that too.
Yeah.
Now, sticking just in the flyweight division, or say say a other flyweight couldn't make 25, would you be willing to go to 35 and fight her there?
100%. That's the idea, actually, to go up there and get some experience. I want to test myself in there, and not only test. I think it's gonna make me grow a lot to fight in that division as well, and get my belt in 125.
Yeah, obviously Valentina Shevchenko is the queen right now of the 125-pound division. How do you feel you match up with her?
I think she, like you said, she's really, really good fighter. She has a lot of experience, but we're all getting there. The division is growing. We're getting
Yes.
experience, so it's just a matter of time.
Is there any, certain opponents that you would like to see on the way up, and once you get to Valentina, a couple of people you'd like to have underneath your belt?
Yeah, all of the top 10.
Everybody in the top 10. Your next opponent, obviously, if you win this two in a row, or sorry, three in a row, your next opponent would have to be a top 10 fighter. All right, guys. Sorry for the technical difficulty there. As I was saying, Sabina, though, you if you win this fight, you'll be 3 wins in a row. They would have to give you a top 10 opponent next. Is there a specific name that you would like next?
Randall, I think anyone, like I always say, I like to beat Styles and then get to the top, So definitely top 10. Give me anyone. I think it's this weekend or the next one that Roxane was going to fight against Andrea Lee. That
Yes.
was a good fight I was looking for as well. So, I'm open. I'm open for anyone in the top.
Now, would you be willing to step in late notice, say something falls through? Obviously, with the pandemic and everything going on, a lot of fights have fallen through last minute. Would you be willing to step in and fight one of these high-ranking contenders in the flyweight division?
For sure. For sure, for sure. I'm constantly training, and that's my job. So, yeah.
Now, how has training camp been? How has this training camp been?
Yeah, it was amazing. Starting with the fact that I was telling you about Chris. We've been training a lot. I changed my schedule a little bit more,
Mhm.
and but it's been very good. I've been kind of enjoying and taking the profit of the quarantine.
Yeah.
Because well, the training didn't stop. And just the professionals at the beginning, it was just the professionals going there, so it made it easy, to be honest, in that sense. But it's been good. It's been very good months.
No, the last two UFC fights you've had crazy amount of fans there, huge fanfare for the main events. Now this fight, there's going to be absolutely no fans. Have you guys kind of prepared for that? It's almost going to be like a sparring session.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I'm only gonna know how it is until I pass through it. But fight is fight. And probably it will make a little bit different and stuff. But you gotta get used to this new era.
Yeah, definitely. And also hearing the other person's coaches, like, are you guys working on any like miscommunication to kind of throw them off?
Not really. Focus on your work, focus on yourself. Why do I have to worry about what the other person, it's doing? You have to listen. You have to have your eyes and your ears, open, but not to step, another and in the way of someone else. That for me doesn't make sense.
Who's going to be in your corner this weekend?
It's gonna be Arthur Strazulas, Guilherme Almeida, and Rafael Cordeiro.
Nice. Has Rafael always been in your corner?
Yeah, except my no, all of them. Yeah, all of them.
And how has that been? Have somebody who's got such a great mind for the sport. He is won so many titles. For other fighters. How is it to have somebody like that in your corner?
Yeah, it's amazing. Not only him, but like you said, other names, Benil Dariush, and
Yes.
people that have so much experience. But yeah, I learned a lot from him. It's been 4 years here in California learning from him. So you know, his history, his knowledge, and you see him like evolve every time with different fighters. He brings new stuff. So it's pretty good. Yeah.
Now, what are you going to do to kind of pass the time as you're sitting in the hotel room doing nothing?
I am already very active, so I like I like to do everything. I will train, of course,
Hmm.
for this last week. Movies, games, I always we have some routine at home, me and my boyfriend with games, so it's not it's
What kind of
not too
games do you
different.
guys play?
Board games, like I don't know. Oh, the name is Uno. That's one of the
Nice.
games.
That's always a good game
Um,
here.
it's always yeah, that's a good one. We have parquets. That's like I don't know. It's a very famous game in Colombia, and just distracting with reading and drawing and things like that. But annoying each other, he said.
That'll happen from time to time.
Yeah. So it's gonna be
Almost
and it's
business
fight
as
week.
usual.
Yeah, no, and it's fight week, so it's the last week before war, so it's exciting.
Now, how do you get right before you fight? Are you kind of the type of person who likes to be in the zone, don't bother me, or do you like to have people around you hyping you up?
I like to have the people I like hyping me up, but being on my zone. So both that you said, it's right. I have time to rest. I have time to be training or with my people, go walking around, so I am kind of feeling what to do and how my body feels and if I'm very tired or not. So yeah.
Now, I know you don't like to look too far ahead, but have you thought about what you're going to do to celebrate this victory?
Yeah, eat.
Eat,
I'm
eat.
I'm
Is there a specific meal you're trying to eat?
well, not really. I really like all types of food, but chocolate it's always in there. And but get back home, I really enjoy what I do. So after fight, I really enjoy going back home, you know, keep going with my life and keep, because life goes on and we have more and more challenges.
We've seen women's MMA grow and grow in the past couple of years, and it's really hitting its peak now. And we're even talking about this year. The fight of the year is definitely going to be, two women. What would you say to a young lady trying to aspire to be an MMA fighter?
Hey, it's start. It's a huge world. Like you said, it's growing. There's many opportunities, and yeah, it's matter of, to risk and to sacrifice. It's not gonna be easy. It's not like I made a fight and now I'm famous and rich. No, it takes time. So it's not only what they show on the TV, but it's good, and I see this many, the new generation coming, like little girls training more and more. So that for me, that's inspiring more than I can inspire them. I think that inspires me.
No, for sure. I don't want to take too much more of your time. I know you're busy leading up to fight week here, but I want to give you an opportunity to give a shout out to your teammates, loved ones, sponsors, anyone that's really helped you along your MMA journey.
Yeah, well, shout out to, all the fans that are gonna watch the fight. This sport is growing because of all of them. And to all my teammates, Arthur is stressful that he has a lot of patience with me and helped me in this process. So, each one that is in there, it's just inspiring, I am blessed that I surround myself with people that I admire. So, yeah.
And then where can the fans find you on social media?
I think all of them, Sabina Mazo in Facebook. Or my main social media is Instagram, but yeah, Sabina Mazo.
It's Sabina Mazo, Sabinamazo. Don't get it twisted because she's the Colombian queen. I cannot wait to see this fight this weekend. I can't wait to see you go in there and take it to Justin Kish. We've been doing this for a while. I can't wait to do it again, and I'm really looking forward to this performance of yours.
Yeah, me too. Thank you very much.
Of course, thank you for coming on, and we can't wait to have you back on again. Ladies and gentlemen, Sabina Mazo.